push all the limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push all the limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push all the limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push all the limits with you right now.
Hey everybody! Happy St. Patty's Day. I know it's not till tomorrow, but you know, you got to grab it when you can. So Nita and I, we're ready. We're totally ready. Are you still in the, okay, you're not in the room. Usually the
No, I'm not in the room. I'm you don't have me in the green room today, so I'm good.
Right now. But if you were in the green room, we couldn't like pinch you or nothing because you'd be in the green room, so that would have helped you out.
Only I'm wearing green, so I'm good.
You made sure that she changed clothing.
I did.
So anyway, for those of you guys who get, and I will get to saying hey to everybody, I'll go back and scroll through, but for those of you who get the text message from me where I was saying, oh yeah, I'm going to still be working on Coral Reef. Okay, so I had every intention on working on Coral Reef. In fact, I was going to be working on these guys, right? Because I only have these two made, like one of each, and I have to have 8 of each. So,
but they're gorgeous.
I have them all ready to go and everything. But y'all, life got in the way. I've been working basically all day on the friendship swap that is starting in like a couple of days, or like less than a week, let's put it that way. The friendship swap in Piecing It Real. And so, you know, I'm like getting all this stuff done. I'm working on it like all day long, and I look at the clock, and it wasn't, I don't think it actually hit me until Nita says, I'd like to go get some tea. Do you think we have enough time? I look at the clock and I'm like, well, we have an hour and 20 minutes, so I think we're good. And so she's like, we're cracking up laughing. Because I'm like, I don't know how much tea you're drinking. But anyway, so then I'm thinking, okay, well, now I have to do my chores, right? So I have to take the trash out. So basically, you know, we have like, I don't know, 100 trash cans in this house for 2 people. I don't know why we have so many darn trash cans, but you go around the entire house and emptying all the trash cans. We do this once a week. You wouldn't think that it would fill an entire trash bag, but it does. So by the time I get done with that, and then I'm like,
fly to the bumblebee.
I'm like, I need to go put my face on, you know? So then I go to the bathroom and I'm like putting on my makeup, and then I'm like, what time is it? It was 8 o'clock. That's it. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, and I'm thinking to myself, what do I need? What do I need? And I have none of this fabric cut. And I mean, I know what you're saying. Oh, you can do it over here. Listen, my room, my space is mostly fabric, right? Like as far as like where I can cut for that size, I have to be over there, and y'all wouldn't see me. There's just, so we're just gonna talk tonight. And I figured what I can do is I'll sort of share with you in this video what it takes to become a Judy Niemeyer certified instructor. Now, before I start that, let me head over to the messages from everyone and say hello to everybody. So hi to Judy L. We've got Barb B. Angela Stutinger is here. Let's see. Shelly Clark is here. Cheryl Totos is here. Did I say that right? Is it Totos? Is it? I don't know. Cheryl is here. We know who Cheryl is. Doreen is here. Christy V is here. Marion Gray. Christine Adams. Shelly Clark said that she had beef bourguignon, and I hope I even said that right. I don't know. That's how I would say it. Craft a Simple Life is here. Tracy, thank you, Tracy. Love you for saying your name because you know I wasn't going to remember, right? I'll be lucky if I remember through this whole broadcast here because I'm going to forget. I forget everything. Hey, Netta. Netta's here. Netta, I've been working all day. I'm just letting you know. Brent is here. Hi, Brent. Nancy
That's
Gus.
actually Jackie.
Oh, that's Jackie. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's Jacqueline.
Hi, Jacqueline.
It's Jacqueline Spear. She
Are you
said she was
Jacqueline
using
Spear?
her
Okay,
boyfriend's
I was
account.
going to say the only Jacqueline that I think I know is Jacqueline Spear. Okay,
Mhm.
girl, if I remember that, that's going to be a miracle. But I can tell you right now that she just said she's making sloppy joes. Do y'all
I know. I had.
what I am right now? Okay, I know I'm like really hungry, but like I was telling Nita earlier, I ate 7 cow tails in a row.
Mm,
I know. I was paying
mm.
for it for like a good hour. And what happens is this is me, right? I ate 3 cow tails. And then, oh wait, you know what? I may have only eaten 6. I may have only eaten 6 and not 7 because I ate 3 cow tails. And then after that, I was thinking, those are so good. I think I need to have another one. And I went and I had every intention of like getting 1 and I got another 3 of them. So I think I only ate 6, not 7. And then I ate them all. And by the time I was like finishing up that last one, I was like, oh, this isn't good. This isn't good right here.
Oh, okay. Let me get this cleared up. Brent Southard is actually Trisha, and she was talking to Jacqueline. So I had that wrong. That's because I don't read fast. What do you know? Okay, so I want to clear that up. Brent is Trisha, so that we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jacqueline is actually here as herself?
Yes, she's here as herself.
Okay.
Okay, we got that. And Stephanie's here, and Scrunchions is here, and Michelle is here, and Tamala, and Karen, and Gia's here. Colleen is here. Christine Adams is here. Who else? Who did I see? Who did I miss?
Bella.
Tamara, Del Marie, Pam Reynolds.
Colleen is
Pamela.
here.
Yes, I counted Colleen. Shirley's here. Mary Jane Ellinger. Deborah Cody. I think I got them all. I think. Karen Sharp. Did I say Karen?
I don't know. Did you say Pamela?
Heather Grentz, yes. Pamela Colburn, yes. Priscilla Lancaster came in.
Okay.
And Jacqueline likes to be called Jackie. I did say Jackie first.
Okay.
I just wanted to be sure. I have students in my class that are Jackie, Vicky, and Jack.
Did you say Sherry? Because Sherry's here. Robin Boyd here. She said you missed her. She didn't mean to. Nita loves
I didn't mean to miss.
I just want to tell y'all. Nita loves everybody. I love everybody. If we miss you, gosh.
Mimi's here. Mimi, I didn't see you before. There you are. Okay, so Mary, okay, so I missed you. And she says she loves cow tails. I do too, but I can only eat 1 or 2 and then I'm good. Jerry's here.
Oh, did you see
Judy?
What's a cow tail? A cow tail, like I've only had my first cow tail like maybe a month ago because Steph got cow tails with her Lisa Marie swap. Because I guess she said that she liked cowtails. I mean, I'm assuming. And so I was like, what the heck is a cowtail? So next thing I know, Stephanie has delivered 200 cowtails to my house. And so I've got this giant box of cowtails. And so that's why I can eat like a cajillion of them and there's no problem because I've got a giant box of them. And so it's like caramel on the outside with like, okay, you know those candies? What are those candies called? The goats or GOETZ, something like that. And it's the caramel with that really good like swirly creamy stuff in the middle, but it's kind of chewy. Okay, do y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
I know which ones you're talking about. They're the flat disc sort of ones. They're like
Yeah,
round
they're
circles,
like
and they look like little round cinnamon rolls with the
yeah.
caramel and the cream stuff, like the sugary cream stuff inside. What do you call those? Hello, Barbara.
I can't remember.
Kelly Carr.
But that's what they taste like, except it's a long stick.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, show you? I'd have to go downstairs and get it. Heather wants me to go get it. All right, hold on. I'm going to go get one.
I don't know if I caught your question, Angela, but I teach a hobby ceramics class. Actually a couple of them. Caramel, yep, they're caramel ropes with cream centers. The cowtails are really yummy. Hello, Emily is here. Emily is here. Hello, Heather. Balloonist 2002. Okay, so I'm confused. I'm not sure I know your name. Marie Hahn says hello, everyone. She says hello, Yvette. That's a cowtail.
This is a cowtail. And look it, I'm going to take one for the team.
You're actually going to eat another one?
I'm not going to eat the whole thing. I'm just going to take one bite so you can see on the inside.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it's like this. This is caramel on the outside, and that's that creamy stuff on the inside. And it's just like eating one of those round can. I don't have one of those, otherwise I'd show you.
Catherine is it Sophie Kitties or Sophie Kitties? Not sure. Linda Parsons says she's never had a cowtail either. I think sometimes certain candies are regional.
Yeah, I don't know, but I had never had one before. Honestly, I have never even seen one before. But they're really good. I mean, I don't know if it's regional.
Judy L wants to know if it's a US thing. Most likely, yes.
Yeah. Judy, where do you live, honey bun?
MJ says our cowtails are hairy on the outside with a bony, sinewy in center.
Oh my goodness.
MJ, you're so funny. Kay says she loves cowtails.
Hi, Karen Neville. Because they're not in Washington, USA. Oh, Judy's in Ontario. Okay. Well, listen, Judy,
okay.
Don't y'all have the cheese curds? Oh.
And poutine.
Poutine, yeah. Oh my goodness, yes. That is way better. I mean, I would take that over a cowtail any day, just to say, because I tend to like my fave foods tend to be like what I consider real food. You know, I say no, I can't. I can totally eat a cowtail. Don't get me wrong, but I gotta have some real food first. Except for today. Obviously.
Okay, Catherine's laughing at me because I can't get. Is it okay? So let me see. So Fikitis.
Oh my goodness! Yes, I tried to say her name once too, and I think I messed it up too.
It.
I wish she were here, or that y'all could talk back to us. So you could say it for me because I really want to know how to say it now.
Oh my goodness, I feel bad, but I mean, I feel bad. My maiden name was butchered all the time. It's
nobody
horrible.
mine. Nobody could say mine. And when I would tell them how to say it, they'd be like, uh-huh. They just
I'd
like
be
people
called.
couldn't say it even after I said it to them.
I would always get people who would come out and say, Miss Major Horitz.
Whoa, excuse me? And people wonder why
Right?
I put Jellybean down. Like when I go to Starbucks and everywhere and they ask for a name, I always say Jellybean. Because, oh, for goodness sakes. You know, first of all, you say Yvette. How do you spell that? I don't care. As long as you can say it back to me so I can get a coffee, I don't care how you spell it. And then if I put it through, when you put it through the app, it has to have your name on it, right? So then you have people standing around, they're looking at the name and they're going, um, caramel macchiato, extra shot, whole milk.
I
Yeah,
was
that's
gonna say they
me.
don't even say the name; they just like kick it out.
They look so puzzled, and I'm going just sitting there going, oh. I mean, my name. I don't feel like my name is that hard. I mean, even if you like just said it phonetically, I would know you were saying my name.
Okay, Heather says that Brody says her name right on Soya's live nights. I'm gonna have to go see
Okay,
if I can check it out because I need to know how to say it.
Heather Grintz.
Yeah, Heather Grant says that.
Oh,
Uh,
so
um,
it's not how you say it.
Sophie Kitty's Sophikitis, or I
Oh,
don't know,
her last
Sophikitis.
name. Okay, okay.
We're butchering her name. We just need to give up.
I know. I'm gonna stop. And I never watch enough. Not that I have anything against them, but I don't really watch the guys. I don't have time to watch anybody. But if I remember one night, hopefully Catherine's there. Then I can, at least for me to be able to hear them say her name, and then I'm good.
Okay, so we have Christine Adams. She says her son's name is Camden and no one gets it right. I don't understand. They always call him Cameron. Like everybody calls me Anita, and I'm not Anita. There's no A at the beginning of my name.
My new last name, Niesel. Everyone says Nielsen. I'm sorry.
Why? It comes before.
I,
Okay,
it makes
yeah,
no
that doesn't
sense
work.
to me. I think that because they know Nielsen, like the Nielsen ratings, so they just automatically go there, you know? I don't know. I tell people, I'm like, it's like diesel, gas, except it's Niesel. It's really the
Niesel.
same word, except with an N. There's no Ilsen in there. I don't know where you get that. It's very strange. Y'all, I didn't put any jewelry on. I
You
got no
don't need
earrings
jewelry.
or nothing. Well, I got my green
You
one.
have your
Good.
Yeah, you have your little
Oh, I have a
your
necklace.
little
I
green
never take
bangs.
it off. Yeah.
Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie. Did we
Oh,
say hello to you
hey,
before?
Steph. I think I forgot to say hi to a lot of people. Patty's here.
Julie,
Oh,
Julie Smith. Hi, y'all.
Patty wants cowtails and steak. Me too. Well, the steak first though, because I could really use a steak
No.
right now. I could use
Well, I
or
had
a
hot
hot
dogs.
dog, right? Because she had a hot dog. She told me about the hot dog. Now I want a darn hot dog. So I could have a steak. I could have hot dogs. I could have sloppy joes because sloppy joes sounds really good. Um, oh my goodness, there's so many things I could have right now. I hate whenever you get this hungry that you could like eat everything on the earth. Well, I can't.
That's the bad part.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. Um,
Good Good says, hi, Yvette. I love your headband.
hi. I think Jim bought this for me. He knows I love the headbands. And so anytime he oh, I saw Marilita says she got called Margarita. There's worse things to be called. I mean, I don't know. You could probably call me by a drink.
I
I
hate to think,
oh,
I had a friend once, her name was Micheline,
yeah.
and they used to butcher her name badly.
Judy said she went to get some candy. It's my fault. I'm just trying to explain what a cowtail is. Netta's having tacos. Now I want a flipping taco. I just want whatever y'all are having. Well, unless y'all are having vegetables, because then I'm not. Oh, Stephanie wants
Well, you,
something about Sarah. What does Sarah do?
said she was adorable.
Colleen says no one gets her name wrong. Everyone probably gets your name wrong. We all say Colleen because we don't
But
know.
there's only one L, so it's Colleen, not
Well,
Colleen.
I wouldn't have ever thought of that. Seriously, I wouldn't have ever
It's like
thought.
there's a difference between Colin and Colin. Colin is Colin. Colin is Collin.
I wouldn't have said that at all. I would have been the opposite. And I've never seen Collin ever. Is that like an English name? Is it English?
No, it's Scottish. It's Scottish.
Scottish, yes.
It's Scottish. I mean, Bonnie, Colin, Aiden. How much more Scottish can you get? We could have called him a few other ones, but I mean, that's what I could get away with.
Yeah. It's funny because I think that probably more people than we would even imagine have problems with their names. And the reason why I say that is I remember when I was in Australia, I also had a problem with Yvette. Like nobody could spell it. Nobody, when it was written down, nobody could read it, blah, blah, blah. So, and at the time I didn't have a Jellybean. And so when I would go to a coffee house and get a coffee and they asked my name, I would say Mary. Because I'm thinking that's such an easy name. I guess I should have said Jane. I don't know. But I said Mary. And do you know what they wrote on my cup? Mary, like Merry Christmas. Merry. I was like, are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
Are you serious?
That's like Dan and Dan. Then and Dan. So,
like, but you asked my name.
Shirley says there was this guy named Steve Schwingenslagen. Schwingenslagen.
Oh God.
How about Regelsperger?
Oh gosh.
There's a reason I like Stephanie a lot.
Thanks, Dee. Oh, Steph.
Yes, Stephanie.
I
Sing
like
it, girl.
and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Wanna pull up tough cause you notice that butt was stuffed deep in the jeans she's wearing. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh baby, I wanna get with ya and take your picture. My homeboys tried to warn me, but that butt you got make me so horny. All right, and I think Natalie is here tonight, so now she's never gonna come back again. Like she had gone away for like a year.
Oh my goodness. Sierra, hello. Sierra just came in. Hi, oh my goodness, Sierra, shouldn't you be sleeping right now?
She probably should.
Yeah.
We
Dear
got
Linda instead of Dear. Oh no. Okay, so Dear Linda says they would spell her first name, Dear Linda, Deerlinda. I'm like, okay, no, that doesn't work. Natalie says, no,
I know,
forget about the singing.
It's really funny because I think I made a comment in the last live that Natalie was here and I hadn't seen her in like a gajillion years. I figured, wow, she must really hate my voice. I mean, I know I'm not like, American Idol worthy or nothing, but geez, it's not that bad.
Right? Patty Claude just came in. She says, hi, Patty. We have DECP Patty C. Imagine saying party and getting Abby, Betty, and Peggy. Oh, no. Okay. Colleen said her husband's face. OMG, my husband's face. She's laughing because when you were singing, Stephanie likes the bobbing of the little hat.
I'm gonna have to find like a hat for every Wednesday or something. I don't know if I could do that. Oh gosh. Hi, Polly.
Okay.
Polly is here. Elizabeth Good is here. No, wait, she said Goody because I remember that because I was like, Goody. Oh, I like that. Goody, goody.
Goody good.
Hello,
Goody
Elizabeth.
Good.
I think she goes by Beth. Sorry. I just always see Elizabeth. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I did say that I was going to talk a little bit about the Judy Niemeyer certified instructor program. I don't know like 100%, guys, because you don't find out about what happens after you start the program until you kind of get in it. I know some of what's included, and I can tell you about that.
Okay. Okay, Shirley
Zoe
says that
asked,
his
how did
granddaughter
you know
Zoe
that
just a
song?
how did you know that song? Yeah, she wants to know how did you know that
How
song?
does Zoe know that song? I mean, it's my generation song, so I don't know how Zoe knows about it.
Right?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I love when the kids think we're ancient, and so we don't know about things like the birds and the bees, and
Or what's even funnier is that you're sitting there, you're listening to the radio, and they're like, Mom, listen to this new song,
you're
and
all,
it's not new.
that's not a new song. And
You
they're
go and you
singing
start
it
singing
poorly.
along the lyrics, and they're like, "How do you know this song?" Well, it's just being recycled, is all.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so here are the details that I know about what you have to do if you would like to become a certified instructor for Judy Niemeyer quilts, for QuiltWorks. So the first thing you should know is that if you truly want to teach Judy Niemeyer quilts how to do it, you can actually teach anything you want except the technique of the month. So you do not have to be a certified instructor to teach all of the other quilts if you'd like. Now, obviously, you should know what you're doing. At the beginning there, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was kind of working with y'all and taking a class at the same time, so I could kind of pick up tips and, at least be able to do it on the camera and not look too much like an idiot. Except for in the beginning, because I looked like a real big idiot, because I really, truly had never even cracked one of her patterns open, so I had no idea. But if you want to teach technique of the month, which if you're going to teach in the classroom or guilds or something like that, like in shops, most of the time they are going to want to sell they want to sell to their customers the technique of the month, because that's usually it's the newest, it's the latest and greatest, it's all that kind of stuff. So if you want to do those and earn more money, then you'd have to be a certified instructor. So the first thing that you have to do in order to just get accepted into the program, you have to take at least one class with a certified instructor. You have to attend 2 of Judy Niemeyer's retreats, and then you have to make when I was reading up on it, I think you have to make 5 99 by 99 size quilts, or the queen size quilt or larger. And by 5, they don't mean you have the quilt top done. No, you have the entire quilt must be done. Catherine, so the technique is every 2 years, Judy will introduce a new pattern that will have a new technique on it. And in order to learn how to do that pattern, how to complete the pattern, you really need to be in a class with a certified instructor who will show you how to do that technique. And
Well,
if you are not a certified instructor, you will not know how to do that.
so Catherine wants to know what exactly she would like for you to clarify technique.
Right, that's what I just did. Sorry, I saw her and I just said that. I was just answering her question. Hey,
well,
Christy!
Techniques are like the certain curved piecing ones, and like
It could be anything. So like when you get a Judy Niemeyer pattern, listed on the pattern somewhere, I think it's usually on the back, but it might be on the front. I could look because I've got 100,000 of her patterns.
Hello, Christy. Miss George's sunshine just came in.
Hey, Christy. It might be somewhere inside.
What are we looking for?
Well, what it'll tell you is it will say these are the techniques that are included on this pattern. So let me just
Those are definitely inside, because that's what's inside my book that tells me about with the clamshell. It's the one that tells me about the floating, I don't know. Yeah, it's a special technique. And it tells you where you can go and see a video, I think.
right. So if it is not a technique of the month, then she'll have places usually where she'll show you how to do it. But if it's a technique of the month, Judy will not even show you how to do it because she's supporting her certified instructors. If she did that, why would you need certified instructors? It would like totally negate the whole point of these people having, something a little extra to share with you. So anyway, it is somewhere in the book where it'll tell you like what, and I think if you go on quiltworks.com and you're buying a pattern, it'll tell you right there also what the techniques are. And so each time it's always just, and we never know what it's going to be. We never know what it's going to be. Sometimes it'll be, a special way to do curves, or it'll be how to strip piece. And it's, yes, there's, a lot of people do strip piecing, but there's like the Judy way, right? And every time when you sit there and you're watching her do, and you're like, oh, so it's that kind of a thing. That's what the techniques are. It's something new that you will need to learn from a certified instructor if you're going to do that.
Unless it's like an older pattern like this one, like the clamshell one, which is an older pattern, because
right.
I can access the videos online for there's two techniques I think she uses in this one. It may only be one, but I can access the videos.
Yeah, but that's not a technique of the month.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's the newer ones, the new techniques that she's not letting anyone.
Right. So like
you got it.
Coral Reef is a technique of the month. So that's why there are some things that I sew on Coral Reef that I'm never going to do on a live, because I learned how to do it from a certified instructor. Susan Dashinsky is the instructor I had. And so she's the person that I learned it from, and it wouldn't be
fair.
It's not very nice of me to come on here and then start showing, the whole world how to do it. That's just, first, it's rude. And I would never do that, because if it were my program and I had just, done this, and I wouldn't want anyone to do that to me. So there are some things that I'm sewing on Coral Reef that I'm not doing on camera, and for that reason. So, but most of the, a lot of the older patterns, like Nita was saying, those are fine. She'll have videos on those that'll show you how to do it. And so that's perfectly fine. So after you do all of that, you say that you want to be a certified instructor, and then when you get accepted, there's like, as far as I know, there are 2 phases. So the first phase is, and it's usually in January, I think she told me. That's always subject to change, obviously. But let's say it's January. You start in January, you go for a nice long retreat. That's like, I want to say she said it was like 10 days. And during that time, you're getting a lot of information. I mean, they help you with everything. And then after that, you're sent home with an assignment of making 15 projects. And after you finish that, then you move into phase 2. I have no clue what phase 2 is. So it takes a lot of time, and it's quite expensive. So you really need to think about it if you think you want to do it. For me, you guys, I've been grappling with it for months now. I'm so, it's like, oh, I'm gonna do it. oh, I don't know, I don't think I could do. Oh, I'm gonna do it, And then while I was there, oh my goodness, like I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm so excited, you're gonna do it. And then I get home and I'm thinking, the reality sets in. I'm just like, I
It's a
don't
lot of
even have
work.
time. Like this coral reef quilt is taking me forever. And I mean, I feel like seriously, I had like 2 full weeks where I was just sewing on this thing. And I mean, yes, I'm a slow quilter, but I'm like, there's just no way. There's no way I can do this. I don't think it's going to be appropriate for me to do it because I am also very impatient, right? So it's like, I know that some things take time and that's great. Intellectually, I know that, but I think that that's too much for me. Like I think that I would get halfway through it. I don't even think I would make it to halfway. And I would be so frustrated that I would just quit because that's my MO, right? I know how I am. And so I'm just thinking it's a little too much commitment for me. And
As Judy says, way too much work for the reward. That is a
no,
big commitment.
true. It's true. And there are some people, quite honestly, who are really fast quilters, right? Like there was a lady who was there. She was working on her CI. She's in her first, stage of the process. And she literally got like, oh my goodness, at least half of that quilt done before we even left. And I mean, I just, I felt like I was a sewing mad woman, right? And I couldn't finish the quilt. I had already started it, and even a week after that, I still couldn't finish it. I mean, you guys, I just think it's not for me. I love her quilts. I want to make so many of her quilts. I've got making the quilts, I'm very happy to do. I just don't think I can be an instructor. If I have to make all of those projects, like whatever they are, it's not that I don't want to make them. I just think I would get frustrated. I think I would be very frustrated. And it's like when I sat back and I started thinking about it, I thought, I have Piecing It Real, which I love. And I'm so happy I just jumped in and did it. And I think that it's taken this long to like really get good because now it's like, I'm so excited for Piecing It Real and I just needed to get there, but I was working on everything else so hard. And sometimes you have to fall down to realize it wasn't for you, right? So like the whole shop thing, I found out it wasn't for me. It's okay. It's fine. At least I know now. But if I take this on, then it's one more thing that's taking away from Piecing It Real, and I don't want to do that. And I would love to teach. I just don't think that the Judy program is going to be for me because it's too long. Like I'm ready for teaching gigs. I would love to schedule something at least within the next 6 months. I've started like looking into what it is to get yourself into everyone's mind as a teacher. And I'm not ready yet. I mean, I definitely feel like I'm a good teacher and I have good skills, but in order to get yourself hired out places, you really need to have a curriculum, which means I have to have a actual plan and not just winging everything, right? I went into this one shop and thankfully I knew the owner. Now, she didn't, chastise me as she probably should have, but it's like all I did basically was go in there and say, I'm a great paper piecer and I teach online and they love me. I think you should hire me. I had nothing else. I don't know how that poor woman did not laugh me out the building. I mean, seriously, I was so like, yes, I know, Steph, but the thing is what I need to do to build a name for myself is I need to build a curriculum. I need to have something set. I need to be able to go in and say, here's what I have to offer. Here's the curriculum. Here's what I would do. You know, like first hour, I have this going on. Second hour, I have this going on. And I need to have things to be able to lecture about. I need to have more things to show in a trunk show. I need to, so all of these things are really important, and I never even thought of them, which means I wasn't there yet. I'm not there yet. So I need to develop those things. So
you need to be able to show what work you have, what you've done with yourself, that kind of thing. And the Judy Niemeyer is so, I mean, it's so labor intensive.
yes,
Yes, it gives you really pretty results.
yes,
But if you see a Judy Niemeyer quilt, you know it's a Judy Niemeyer quilt.
right. And you know what?
That's just like
Is
Elizabeth. Is it Elizabeth Hartman? She has the small paper piece, the small traditional pieced blocks and stuff. You always see that, and you're like, oh, that's an Elizabeth Hartman.
right, right. So if I have a Judy Niemeyer quilt under my belt, I've got it done, and I'm working on 2 right now, and I signed up for a 3rd class. I know it's a small one though. If I have those things to bring for a trunk show, I mean, and I'm saying, hey, you know, I'm a paper piecer, and then I can show this, like, you know, I can do this, right? It's not what I'm, you know, what I design, but I can do all sorts of paper piecing. I can do this paper piecing. I can do Elizabeth Hartman. I can do that, you know, whatever it is. And those are all, you know, things that I need to do. And so it was good for me to find all that stuff out. And, you know, I'm constantly learning, guys. I'm constantly learning. If I, you know, I'll listen to anything anybody has to say as well, because, oh, look, Sierra's going to bed. Night, honey bun.
Right.
So I guess it's just, I have more work to do.
Did you see what Shelley Clark said? She said, you have what my family calls idea diarrhea. Way more ideas than you have time for.
I am totally an idea person. I know. And I need to be more of a follow through person. That's what I struggle with. I struggle with the follow through, and I struggle with the planning, which is all things that I need to be able to do this for myself. So I feel like I'm constantly like not in my sweet spot, you know, because it needs more than everything that I've done. I mean, I have ideas, that's, you know, but lots of people have ideas. I need somebody like Stephanie and like Netta to like push me a little bit and tell me, okay, great, you have all these ideas, you pick something and do one. Finish it, right?
Get focused.
Because I get excited about things, and then I think that's why I over schedule myself. I think I can do so much more than I can. And then whenever I'm struck with the facts that I can't.
Good evening, Mary.
Hi, Mary. And it hits me like right between the eyeballs. It can be a little overwhelming and disappointing, and I disappoint myself, and then I start feeling like I've disappointed everybody because I've told everybody on the earth that I'm gonna do this and this and this and this, and I can't possibly do all of that. And then I just tell myself again, I've like shot myself in the foot, right? So I need to kind of hold back a little bit. And I think that's part of what I'm trying to figure out with Judy Niemeyer, is that it's just not an Yvette thing. Like I can certainly sew up her quilts, and I'm going to love them, of course, but I don't think I am certified instructor material just for this. So anyway, that said, I am still going to that second retreat in June because I've already paid for it. And then probably after that, I'm just going to be a private person sewing up Judy Niemeyer. because I still want to make a whole bunch of them. I love them. And I actually like now that I'm like into making them and I understand them now, I want to do them again and again and again. It's really not, you guys, the quilts are really not that hard. It
looks
so
intimidating, but it's,
yes, it looks like it. And also because like you'll get a pattern and you get like, watch, hold on, there's one I got right here. It's like, look how thick this thing is, you know, and it's all papers to sew with. And so you look at that and you're thinking, no. But I'm here to tell you that it is not that hard. If you can paper piece, you're good. You're totally good. Now, if there are those techniques, you may need to go to a class, and yes, that's a little pricey too, but you just need to go to a class and you'll learn that technique. And then if there's somewhere else, you know, in a future quilt or anything like that, you know it. You know how to do it. And it's nothing all that hard. I mean, none of us who are putting these quilts together are like some sort of quilting god or anything. We're human just like you. I guarantee you can do it. If you can paper piece, you can make these quilts. Simple as that. It's just a matter of if there is a technique.
oh, Heather, okay.
What happened?
Heather Grin says, Yvette, I think you are so talented. Why would you want to spend the rest of your life making and teaching someone else's patterns when the patterns you design are amazing?
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, you know what? First of all, there's no comparison. I would never compare myself to Judy. And I've met Judy, and she's the sweetest lady. I'm telling you guys, she does not think that her poop don't stink. She doesn't. She's so down to earth. She's very nice. But you would never compare my designs to hers because they're completely different. I mean, regardless of the complexity or whatever, they're completely different. I mean, I would never design something like this. I'm not interested in designing something like that. It's just not me. I love it and I'll make it and I think she's great. But to answer your question about why would I want to make and teach someone else's patterns, my thought process, and which is probably very convoluted and you know, you guys are gonna fall asleep before I'm done, but I think that I thought if I had that on my resume also, that I was a certified instructor, when you are teaching her patterns, it does not mean you can't teach your own. It does not mean you can't teach someone else's. You have a license to teach her patterns that you earn through learning from her. And that does not mean you can't do anything else. So in the beginning, that was part of my thinking, is that I was like, okay, I can use Judy's name to get my butt in the door, right? And she, you know, if you talk to her, she knows that a lot of people become a certified instructor because they don't have a name for themselves, and that will help. It will get you in the door because you're a certified instructor. So this was part of what I was thinking, is that in the same vein of me saying that when I'm doing a trunk show, if I bring Judy quilts that I've made, let's face it, when you see that somebody has made a Judy quilt, you kind of are in awe. Like, oh my goodness, like you could do that. Because if you've never done one, you think it's the hardest thing on the planet. Because you look at this and you're thinking, ain't no way, I ain't even gonna start that. And so that's kind of like where my mindset was. Not that I didn't intend on teaching, you know, using the certified instructor to actually teach, but I thought it would not hurt for me to have that, because it kind of shows my dedication, it shows my skill, it shows, you know, whatever, because you guys know who I am, but quite honestly, you know, in the whole scheme of things, nobody knows my name. And so something like this would just be an in, you know what I mean? And a way to, I mean, nobody knew who Jackie Kunkel was. until she became a certified instructor. And now let me tell you something though, Jackie worked her butt off to get her name as huge recognition now. So now everybody knows who Jackie Kunkel is. But she also used Judy's name to get started. She was one of the first like certified instructors, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, so in that sort of way is what I was thinking. And that's why I've been struggling also a lot, because I'm thinking, okay, I've already put out how much money to just take that first step to get into the, you know, and so so I have to consider that too, you know what I mean? But I also don't want to keep putting more and more into it if I'm not going to do it. And I think it probably takes too long for me. I think it's not going to work. Okay, so Dee says, you already have your own ideas. Why can't you start at quilt shops teaching local? You know, there's a lot of people who already teach local out here, and it's really hard to get your name out there. And of course, now that I've made myself a laughing stock talking to the one lady that I know, well, I know more than one quilt shop owner, but you know, it's well, anyway. It just, and then that's another thing, is I start thinking, I don't have anything prepared. I still need to have something prepared even for that. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be working on, how do I build up a program? I need to write stuff out. I need to have, I think that the idea is, if you're going to go in, if you're going to do like a lecture series, then you have to have at least 45 minutes of talking. I don't think you guys know that's not a problem for me, but it needs to be structured, right? Like I need to have I need to know what I'm going to say, instead of just sitting here and, you know, I could sit here and gab for hours, you know. But, so I need to just work on that. And that's what I'm going to do next. That's my next step. I'm going to make sure I'm on top of everything for Piecing It Real. Please, God, help me. And just working on a teaching curriculum so that I can start doing it the right way. And that's what I want to do. I want people to want me to come in their shop. And if I don't impress people while I'm there, and if I don't teach them things, and I don't have like a specific curriculum, and I know step by step exactly everything that I want to do, so that if I say I'm going to be there for 3 hours and this is going to happen, I need to be able to structure so that I know that I'm giving people what they want in the time that I promised. So it's very important. I mean, it really is. And I'm starting to learn all of this, and I'm taking classes, so I know what it is I expect when I go in. So anyway, let me try to look at the comments, and I don't have to talk.
Okay, so Vicky's Sewing Adventure, she says, Happy St. Patrick's Day from Australia.
Hi, Vicky.
And Judy wants to know why you can't teach in your house.
Oh my goodness. I don't have any room in my house. There's no room in my house. If I were going to like teach somewhere and it wasn't like in a quilt shop, I would probably have to rent some space, because I don't have any room in here.
Mimi, the rough side. Mimi, the rough side. She asked on fusible batting which side has the glue on it.
Yeah,
the rough side or the smooth side? The rough side. And Judy says, oh no, MJ says, the only way I've ever heard of Judy Niemeyer was from the famous YouTuber and songstress TheYvetteRene.
Oh gosh. Well, that's still not. If you didn't know Judy, the only reason you knew me is because you happened upon me, I'm telling you. And I'm very glad you did.
Gosh, I don't even remember when I started watching, but you were just doing mostly box openings.
Kathy Quilts,
and I just
interested in your class. Can you reach out to her? Okay. Where did she say that? Up top somewhere? Because I'll just scroll back later. And
I can put
write her name down. Well, I know Kathy's Quilts. I just don't want to forget.
If you'd like to go to Piecing It Real and sign up.
Yep.
That's right, Pamela. She can. Pamela says you can teach at Hobby Lobby for free. They just ask that you suggest their fabric, but it's not a requirement. In fact, they ask that you try to sew something from their lines, but it's absolutely free to use the room. You just set it up and you can teach there. In fact, I've been approached a
Huh.
couple of times about teaching at Hobby Lobby. I'll be shopping with some friends for, different stuff, thread, whatever. And this one young lady was trying to make a quilt for her dad. It was a memory quilt, and she was going to buy the most expensive fabric in the store as the backing for her t-shirts and other bits and pieces. And I told her, not a good idea. That's expensive. Go with this, and then put that. Once you get your pieces stabilized on this, then put them onto your expensive fabric. And then other people started asking questions. I don't know how. I don't know why. It starts with one person. I'm trying to help one person get, spend maybe just a little less money. And the next thing you know, I've got 15 people going, well, what about this and what about that? And and my friends just standing there. My friends will stand there and wait for me to answer the questions. And they're like, can't take you anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, do you ever notice when I was younger, I was like a magnet for all the really weird guys that said the most horrible pickup lines. Like, I had one guy, he kept begging me to pour beer on my knee. He wanted to watch it run down my leg into my shoe, and I was just like, really? Really?
You're dudes out there, man. But I guess we all have some kind of weird something.
I must have some kind of weird vibe that makes people come and ask me questions, because I'm like, do I look like I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't ask me to explain it to you because I have no idea. No idea. Oh my gosh.
Teresa Louise says she's been with you for a long time, years, in fact.
Yeah, I know.
But Judy, Angela says, but Judy, Judy didn't know what FPP was. So true.
That's true. But maybe she didn't know that people called it FPP for short. I have no idea. But she looked like she was genuinely asking me, so I was kind of I was just like, foundation paper piecing?
Kathleen Crowa just came in. She says, hello, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone is good. Happy
Hello.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. Happy St. Patty's.
And Colleen is like, she's got all this what? What? Yeah, I see that. I see that little keep your sewn mouth right there. I see that. You can get me into trouble, I'm telling you. You got to watch Colleen.
I know.
She'll get you.
I watch her because
She's hilarious. Cracks me up.
Okay, so guys, I was thinking that I might stop at like 9:30 just because I'm like really tired and I haven't even eaten yet and everybody keeps talking about food and I didn't get to start sewing or nothing.
Hello?
Making me more tired.
Hello,
Oh,
Elena.
Elena's here. Hi, Elena. Oh, Sean's here too. Hi, Sean.
I miss Sean.
I think he must have just come in because I don't remember seeing his name earlier. Or maybe he's just been lurking. I don't know.
Oh no. Melissa gave her a blue wrench.
What?
Oh, the games are on. Colleen says that Practically Creative gave her a blue wrench.
Oh.
Hello, Regine.
Gosh. Oh,
Oh,
hi.
I went out with a guy, and on the first date, he asked you to marry him. Did you marry him?
What?
Yeah, she says, Regine Stevens says, I went out with a guy, and on the first date, he asked me to marry him.
Is that your husband?
That's what I wanted to know.
You were asking, right?
I mean, I will say that my current husband professed his love for me before I'd ever even dated him. He did. And I was like, what? I was mean. I did. I laughed. It was horrible. I was such a mean person.
You know, you could tell who the new people are because look, Dee is saying that I need to eat earlier.
Yep.
Dee,
She
I
does.
over this
That's not going to happen.
times. It's never going to happen because once I sit down like to eat or take a break,
She gets a food coma.
food coma, I fall asleep, and then like nothing gets done. So I just absolutely cannot sit down to eat until I'm done. And so if I had taken the time to like eat before this, I'd be a mess. Like y'all, you think at least I'm like perky right now. Y'all wouldn't be getting this. Y'all would be in such trouble and be like, why is that so hungry?
We did have to tell Yvette to wake up and go to bed one time.
That's true. And that's actually, there was a time when I was on a Skype call with a couple of friends and I fell asleep, but they couldn't wake me up. So like when I finally
Oh,
woke up,
no.
I don't know, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, and they had both hung up. I was like, well, that's probably a good thing. And I was totally like out. It was really funny.
Okay, who
Oh,
just said it? Somebody just reminded everyone to do a thumbs up. It was Angela Stoutinger. She reminded everybody give
thank
Yvette a thumbs
you.
up. I think Melissa only did it to keep me in line. Seriously, didn't work. I believe it.
Oh my goodness. Does the woman on here with you have a YouTube channel? No, she does not. You
Nope.
see her a lot? Are you flirting with her? That's Nita. She is Nita Henderson, and probably shouldn't flirt with her. Her hubby is like, he's big and burly. He'll come beat you up. No, I'm kidding.
Look.
I don't know who One Love 00641 is, but you've made her day. She's very happy you're asking about her. She does not have a YouTube channel, but maybe you should, Nita. Maybe you should start a YouTube channel. You know?
I should start a YouTube channel that shows this project box thing that I get.
There you go. Something. Just so.
I mean,
Watch.
I could look, there's a lot of things I could do. A
Okay.
lot of things I could do. My family tells me that all the time, and I'm like,
Well,
okay.
you don't have to just sew because you do a lot. I mean, you could teach people how to, if nothing else, just paint pottery or paint something.
I crochet, I knit, I sculpt, I do ceramics, I do beading, I do paper crafts, I draw, I paint, mixed media, resin, acrylic. I don't know, name something. I've done glass fusing, lamp work. Oh, I want to go see my sister in Boise. I want to take this class in Boise. It's a glass blowing class.
There you go. Then you could teach us all how to blow glass.
Yeah, no. You got to have a glory hole for that. And we'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that. That's a good thing to end on. So I do want to end a little bit early tonight, guys. But before I do that, please come and watch us on Saturday. We're going to be on Stephanie's channel, Stephanie Stitches. It is National Quilting Day. And she has, I think if you go over to her YouTube channel, there's something you can click on to get all of your materials so that you can sew these blocks with us. It's going to be Stephanie. It's her channel. I'm going to be there, and the guy who sews is going to be there. That's Sean. So we're all going to be sewing this stuff. And I might surprise y'all and do mine as FPP. I don't know, because I've been redesigning that block. But I've learned my lesson, and this time I'm just going to do it on my own. I'm not going to, put a pattern out or nothing, because boy, was that a nightmare. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that just to see, am I faster whenever I'm doing FPP, or am I faster when I'm doing traditional piecing? Because y'all know I'm slow as molasses when I'm doing traditional piecing. So we'll have to see. But anyway, Pamela says she's going to be at the Sewing and Quilt Expo. Well, you know what? It's National Quilting Day, so you're going to be in the perfect spot anyway. That's fine. And you can always come back and watch it in a playback if you really want to. It's going to be at, is it 5 p.m.? We're going to start at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And so, yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm just going to leave it at that. And Teresa Louise just popped in Stephanie's YouTube channel. So head on over there, subscribe to her channel, ring the bell so that you'll know when we're going live. And, you know, it'll pop up whenever we're live. So let me see. Thank you for saying that, because I was gonna totally forget to tell y'all what time. In my mind, I'm like, you know, Saturdays with Steph. It's always at 5. But for those of y'all who are new, we are going to be on Saturday, and that is March, let's see, today's the 16th, 17th, 19th, and at 5 p.m. Eastern, and we are going to be sewing a block that is on Stephanie's channel right now. If you go, it'll tell you when the live is. Everything's there, and you can click on the link to go and find out what materials you're going to need to sew the block. And you can sew 1 block, you can sew 5 blocks, you can do whatever you want. And there you go. I feel like I've been like in a talking marathon tonight.
It's usually you're sewing and I'm the one that's talking.
That's true. That's true. And I've hogged up the entire broadcast.
You hog away. That's what you're supposed to do. That's your job.
Okay, guys, so don't forget to go over to Stephanie's channel. Find out all about our Saturday. Can't wait to see you there. I'm going to head out early so that I can go and eat. I want to have a steak and a hot dog and some, I don't know, what was it?
We talked about poutine, sloppy joes.
Sloppy joes. Yes, oh my goodness.
Sloppy
or
joes.
A hot dog with the sloppy joe on it. And some cheese. Like cheese whiz.
Okay, so I must be one of the weirdest people in the world, because with my sloppy joe, I want macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I actually eat, what I usually do is like an open face sloppy joe. So I'll have like the bread, and I toast
with macaroni and cheese.
But toast it very lightly, put a slice of cheese, and then bury the whole thing with the sloppy joe, and then just eat it like that. Oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah, forget the slice of cheese. I just want the macaroni and cheese with the sloppy joe. Just open it up, open face, put the macaroni and cheese on top of the sloppy joe.
I would never turn down. I would never turn down mac and cheese ever, unless they do something freaky with it. Like, people who do like all freaky stuff with it. No.
Nancy says that's weird, Nita. It is, but it's so good.
I don't think
like, wait a minute.
Eat that.
Hey, I like shrimp and grits too. There was a little bistro down the way that made a shrimp and grits sub sandwich that was just to die for.
Lots of extra cheese in it.
Yes.
Oh. All right, y'all.
Yes.
I'm going to eat. I'm going to get my grub on. Good night. I'll see y'all next week.
Good night, everybody.
Screen go. My screen left. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Nita.
Good night, everyone.
Happy St. Patty's Day to everybody.
Don't forget to wear green.